All right, Justin, we are here at the new working class.
We are.
Surprisingly, people are still finding out about it today.
Mhm.
So this location must have definitely helped out for that.
Yeah, it did for sure. I mean, like we've got a ton more walk-by traffic
Yeah.
on Robinson than we did on Waterloo for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It's something that's going to see a lot of action, a lot of like renovation and infrastructure change in the
Yeah.
future. So if it's good now, I can't wait to see what it's like in the future for sure.
And I knew about this place from, all the late night karaoke's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about this spot. This is like an iconic Moncton location, right?
This is definitely an iconic Moncton location, and the people that know, it's a hidden gem. It was a dive bar. It had karaoke every night.
Yeah.
It has 33 years of history. The process of like purchasing the building and then getting to know the owner Roger and getting to know the community was pretty incredible because you just realize that there's so many people that cared about this place.
Yeah.
And it was really special to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And even for us, like the story, like we
Yeah.
ended up here on our wedding night, like we lost
That's
power
true.
at our
True.
venue
Yeah.
because Hurricane Dorian was hitting during our wedding reception, and we ended up here on our wedding night, and it was awesome. We had a great time. Ended it off with some karaoke. Yeah.
So, how much work had to be put into this building here? Like,
So I think people have the perception that it was like this crazy overhaul, like it's just from the looks of the inside and just from what it being a dive bar and it being, over 30 years old.
yeah.
Luckily, structurally, the building is very, very solid.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to do anything structural, it was all cosmetic.
Okay.
But that being said, that's the type of work that takes the most amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. So outside here, like, tell me the process of, so the building was like kind of a reddish color before this. So what was walk me through what you guys did outside.
Yeah, so it was the color of the siding. So
Yeah.
it was originally this kind of like burgundy red color, but
Okay.
it was, after 30 years, the sun gets to it
Yeah.
and, it starts to kind of fade. So it was kind of like, we had to wash it a little bit, get that kind of like powdery substance off, but luckily Beauty Tone hooked us up with like the best paint that we could possibly get for this exterior
Yeah. Yeah.
project, and it went on so easy, and it's not always easy to paint this corrugated siding, so
Yeah.
luckily we only had to do 2 passes. Hanson Signs originally did this sign because this is the sign that we had at the 70, and yeah, I'm super happy. Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Cool. A lot of this stuff has still stayed in the building, right? Like the layout hasn't awfully changed. I know you put some walls up and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
the only walls that we put up are to sort of divide the barbershop, or just kind of contain the barbershop from the store.
Yeah.
The bar, I mean, I wouldn't want to take the bar out.
Yeah.
It just like, it serves a lot of function.
Yeah.
We put some wallpaper here,
Okay.
and
cool.
we painted it black, and then we kind of like took some gold metallic spray paint, and then
Okay.
just took a sponge and kind of dabbed it to give it almost like an antique
Yeah.
sort of look to this like older style kind of embossed wallpaper.
Yeah.
And it kind of obviously pays homage to what it used to be,
Yeah,
right? Which
yeah,
is super important to me, to be able to tell the story, and just like when people come in here, they used to come and drink beer, they can be like, oh, like they have some familiarities, but
Yeah.
it's just changed visually a
Yeah.
little bit, right?
I see you put the trucks up there, which is really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it comes from this particular bar. I remember seeing it, I was like,
Okay.
I'm sure you could
No
have set
way.
the trucks in there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so yeah, when we moved in, I was like, let's put the trucks up there for sure.
Yeah,
And everybody
yeah.
notices it too, which is cool, because
I
it's
know.
like,
So have you brought a lot of like the racking that's here, all of this stuff here? Like, how were you navigating through trying to repurpose a lot of stuff, or was there a lot
Yeah.
of ordering that had to be done?
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that got repurposed. We use a lot of all these face outs.
Yeah.
They're all from the 70 Waterloo location.
Okay.
all these tables that were custom built by Marc Legal, Premier Finish Construction,
Right, yeah.
came with us. But the shoe wall
Okay.
was one of the things that I wanted to really
I remember
kind of
you
like,
talking about that. Yeah.
So this thing, when you walk in, it's the first thing that you see, and I wanted to make sure that we could showcase like the shoes that we have, because for us, the footwear category is our biggest category.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, it makes a statement. You walk in and you see the store, and then you know, you can go in the barber shop and yeah.
Any other elements that have been kept from the original spot that have still made their way? Is the shuffleboard? You got the shuffleboard, right?
Shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Trying to also honor what this place used to be. This shuffleboard is pretty iconic. Anyone who came to the IOOB would have played the shuffleboard at some point in time or another.
Now, this is one of the iconic pieces from the old shop.
From the 70 Waterloo location,
Now, that kind of goes with like the vibe that you wanted to give off with the name as well, right?
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, so, I mean, when I decided to name the shop Working Class, it was, you know, I thought about it as like, you know, like Moncton has always been a very working class city, right?
Yeah.
And to me, just like in my head, like visually, whenever I think of like working class, I think of like tools and I think of trades and things like that. So it's cool to bring just a little bit of an element of that in the store, just to kind of tie it all together.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I feel like the IOOB, International Order of Old Bastards.
Right.
And if you look it up, and we did some research, it says like originally started as a working class men's bar.
No
it's
way.
In the Okay. So it was like, can't even
How
make this up.
perfect
Like,
is that,
it just
right?
goes so full circle.
Yeah.
But, so that's why I like putting like antique tools up.
There is a pretty cool setup that's been put upstairs too. You want to go check that out?
You want to go check it out? Yeah, for sure.
So this is kind of like a little homage to the the old IOB, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
So our main focus was to you know, finish the barbershop in the store.
Yeah.
But this will eventually be, you know, staff room, some storage, things like that. But for the time being, for our 10-year anniversary, we set up, you know, a lot of old relics from the IOB and like the 10 years of Working Class as well. The
book here, the handwritten book of all the members.
This is the original membership list.
Yeah.
All handwritten.
That's insane.
All the numbers are in there.
Is your name in here?
I haven't. It should be in there, but there's so many names. Like I haven't gone through. We actually have some photos up over here.
Yeah,
too.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
All the people that came through.
So all these are a lot of these ones are from like the first week that we opened 10 years ago.
Right. So one thing that, you know, is really one of the important questions is, you know, people sometimes, you know, they have these crazy ideas and the idea in itself becomes kind of the roadblock in it just being almost unachievable. How is your experience something that you can share where it would motivate someone to kind of jump in and say like, screw it, I'm starting today?
Well, if it's your first time doing it, it's obviously going to be a lot more difficult. Like once you do it once, you see that, you know, the idea of it is always more daunting than actually doing it.
Yeah.
But I guess my advice would just be to just, you know, focus on the end result. I've always done that with these types of projects. I have like a hyper focus on the end result. And when you're doing the work, it's always with that in the back of your mind, so that you don't get overwhelmed. It's not to say that it's not going to. You know, there's been moments where I've felt pretty overwhelmed with this place. People that haven't been there for the duration of the renos are gonna have much more of like a wow factor when they see it.
Right.
Whereas you have seen it every step of the way, you kind of like lose that a little bit.
Totally.
So it's kind of nice to have people that come in, they're like, oh, cool, like, wow, it's a huge change, right? Because sometimes you can lose sight of that a bit, but.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything, looking back at the experience now with the hindsight, that you're like, oh, I wish I would have done it differently, or, you know, oh, I picked this up from this horrible experience going through this, or?
I mean, nothing that stands out, honestly. Like these types of projects, there's so much stuff that you're talking about like 2.5 months of like every single
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
hardly ever taking, a day off to, so it's almost, I don't know, maybe my brain is just blocking any sort of like those things out.
Yeah.
Because, but if I'm not knowledgeable in a certain area, I'll reach out. Reaching out is super important. I feel like, like you guys helped us a lot, like Home Hardware was amazing. It just to have like a local company to always like anything that we need, like boom, boom, boom. That made it like super easy.
So if people want to check out this spot, locations, what?
Yeah, so 127 Robinson Street,
Yeah.
downtown Moncton.
Yeah.
And right now we have sort of separate hours for the barbershop and the store. So barbershop opens at 9, and then we open at 1 to 7.
Okay.
And then as we go on, like we want to serve coffee eventually, some drinks and things like that, and we'll have staff here probably just to match the barbershop time.
Well, if people want to come and check this out, I think if you've been here before and then...
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't, it's worth coming to check out for sure.
That's it.